Hey, my name is Crunk Chocolate, and welcome to End of Season Report, part of Shades of Blues podcast, content season, streaming live on FanFest. Shout out to all of our Patreonies watching live, and when the show eventually gets to YouTube, please like it, hit the thumbs up, all those fun things. It's the off season, which means we can all relax a little bit on our tribalism. So here I am asking some of my favorite people about the clubs in the Premier League or Women's Super League. Today, we talk about the Toffees. Man, new stadium. Who's this? I'm hearing some of the rumblings of y'all are already talking about bringing players in. I feel like that's more than most teams in the Premier League have done. I'm very excited about Everton right now. I mean, I don't know if there's like low key beef between Man City and Everton. And honestly, most clubs, what was it, like 13 teams in the Premier League all try to like go at Man City at one point in time. So I just see everybody as general ops, but at least with our guest, it's all good. It's all fun. But we're here to talk about the last year season review, Everton, and might as well just welcome our guest on. Tell him hello, Shady Gang. It is Daniel of Toffee Bluecast. How's it going? It's been a while, friend.
Yes, been a while, Crunk, and happy to be on your show, mate. Happy to be on your show. And happy to talk Everton, as you mentioned just a bit ago. It's steps forward. It's the light at the end of the tunnel now that Evertonians have been waiting for a very long time. We've been through the wars. We've got the scars. Could we get into the new stadium in the Premier League? We've done it. We have done it. All right, this season we were stayed up, so we'll be in the Premier League, and we're stable as well. It's not just stay up anymore. Everton football club is different now. Some people don't understand this. A lot of people say, "Oh, Everton in another relegation battle."
I know.
This season is not that team.
Yeah.
This season it's not that team. It's a new start, new team. All of the mess that we've been through was that team, but now it's a new start. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, I know so many people who, like you said, whenever I mention Everton or something, like they'd be like, "Oh, it's Everton." And I'm like, what do you mean? They're not like one of those clubs. Like my team that I feel like I always poo-poo on, I always hate on, is Wolves. Like I want them to get relegated so badly. They are truly a team that always like floats around that will they, won't they get relegated. I feel like people need to start disrespecting Wolves like that and put some respect on Everton, baby. Like I said, new stadium. Have you been able? Is it open to like people, public, or anything like that yet?
No, new stadium. We've done all the test stuff now. We've got we've got another test event, Roma against Everton. So that will be in the friendly, Roma against Everton. That'll be a massive game. Obviously, our new owners, they are the Roma owners as well. So,
are they?
Roma versus Everton.
Okay.
The freaking group own group own Roma and they own Everton as well.
Okay. Well, that's actually not a bad combination of clubs, and also being buddies with a club like Roma. That's another team that has history, but they were down on their luck and hoping to move up in an upward trajectory. That's kind of nice. When
the freaking group taken over Roma, they won a trophy, didn't they? That's the season that they did win. So got a taste already.
You're not saying something, but you're saying something. I see you.
Yeah, well, David Moyes also did get a trophy with West Ham, didn't he, as well? So
yeah. Hey, maybe next season you'll be the third team in a row to ruin our FA Cup final. United.
Well, if you look at the form that we had under David Moyes, when David Moyes come in, we was like at the top for results and stuff like that. We finished the season fantastic with David Moyes, so we can take that into next season.
Yeah, no, this is so.
Really positive.
Well, I guess we could get into the show. This is kind of just like, man, like I said, I haven't seen him for a while, so this is nice to getting caught up. But the way that this works is there are 5 categories. Kits, we'll talk about the home, away, and third. Then there is manager. We'll talk about the manager, the squad, the supporters, the fan base, and front office. Our guests will grade each category A through F. Feel free to use pluses or minuses. A few people in a circumstance has been so dire at their clubs. I'm using American grading system, but they were like, hey, we got to throw a little bit of our Brit in there. I got to give a U. Like, it was so bad, I can't even grade them. So, you know, if something gets that bad over there, which I don't think that Everton, I mean, I guess I don't know, but I don't think anything is that bad over there where you would just not give them a grade. But feel free to use that. That's like a new addition. Halfway through these recordings, someone said that, and I was like, "Oh, I like that. Let's keep that on." But yeah, let's start off with the kits. Everton, classic club, classic kit. You know they have that Everton blue. What can you do with it? How can you sauce it up? I think they tried. So they have like a fun pattern on the shirt. It ends on the sleeves, and then they even got little like 4 little white dots on the side. Ooh, you risky little girl, you. I like that kit. Yeah, no, that's nice. What are your thoughts on it?
This is the new kit that you're talking about, the ones that are going to come out.
Is it? No, I'm talking last year's. Yeah, last year's. Sorry.
Last year's.
Yeah,
Sorry.
last year's. Yes.
I did like last year's. The first one, nice trim, on the collar. The round neck part was nice fit. Was okay. Wasn't major though. It was all right. A lot of Everton fans wasn't excited about it. Second kit was okay. Nothing spectacular, but it was also a season where it was the last season at Goodison Park, so they brought this one out with the Goodison Park.
That one's really nice. Yeah, that one's really nice. Yeah.
And then they also brought, I've got over there, a polo out as well with an old school badge it says on a message on it to say goodbye to Goodison Park as well last season. So there's a lot of kits that come out last season with us leaving Goodison Park. So there's some good, some I was happy with, some I wasn't so happy with. I am fussy on kits though, Crunk. I really am, because like, for example, this one, it's a stick-on badge, and I don't like stick-on badges. I like it to be embroidered.
Yeah,
because I feel your badge is your football club, and it's got to be embroidered into your heart. Do you know what I mean? And I like it. I don't like it coming off in the wash or anything like that. So
I like
just always got to be embroidered.
Yeah, no, that's fair. Okay, so you seem unmoved by the home kit. What grade would you give it then? Like a C?
Probably a 5 in the middle.
So that'd be a C. Sorry.
Give me your grades again so I get this right. What grades are
they? Okay, so it's A is the best.
Yeah.
B, C, D, and then F is the worst. So C is like right in the middle. And
C, I'm C. Yeah, I get it. So we're going back to school grades here. I get you.
Yes,
I'm with you.
Yes. Cool.
C.
All right.
Well, C.
Yeah, the away kit, gray and yellow. That kind of feels a little like spicy for an Everton kit to me.
Yeah, I wasn't a fan of that. I wasn't a fan of it. I would give that a C as well. It's got like it's got like EFC printed in it as in blocks, but they didn't. Castore didn't. Yeah, they didn't really. They could have done a lot more for the last season at Goodison Park on the kits. We wanted retro kits. We wanted them just to bring out the old retro kits.
Yeah, that would have been cool.
In the 90s and the 2000s. But I think Manchester City did the same. You brought out a retro kit, didn't you?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
The black with the yellow. That was nice. Yeah, we wanted that sort of stuff, retro kit. So yeah, I'm a C on that, and yeah, I just wasn't. Castore didn't do it for me. They didn't on the first and the second.
How do you? Okay, so I am familiar with Castore because of rugby. I grew up playing rugby, and they cover a lot of. So that's how I first knew them. And when I saw them slowly starting to get into soccer, I was like, I guess similar ideas, but rugby shirts and football shirts are like completely different. And I know some people who their clubs once upon a time had Castore are with Castore now, and they haven't been the happiest with like the fit. Like they tend to be like super tight or rip really easily or things like that. Those are kind of like the two things I've heard a lot about Castore. Yeah. How's the experience with Castore and Everton?
Well, when we first got Castore, like you just mentioned, the badges was falling off during games. I don't know if you've seen that.
Oh, wow.
Before we got Castore, the Aston Villa had Castore and the kits was super sweaty. Do you remember all the players?
I do remember that. Yep.
Yeah, so they had a bad reputation when we got them, but they just offered us a lot of money, and the financial situation that we was in, they offered the most money, so we had to go with them. So, but they are very expensive, very, very expensive. They do charge full whack. It's a big price increase to what we used to Castore, and the fit's okay. But I wasn't massively with Hummel. We had Hummel before, and Hummel really did work with the football club to go back into the history and look at. They brought out kits that was proper retro with stripes, old school. Really did work on the history. Hummel did put the effort and the research in. The fans appreciated that, but. Castore just seemed to say, we're a big branded company. We're going to do what we want. You either like it or you don't. That's how it felt for me. And other people might feel different, but that's what it felt. It didn't seem like they did a lot of research. And I know this has got Goodison Park on it and stuff like that. But we have people on the Toffee Bluecast and the fan advisory board and stuff like that. I don't think they connected with the fan advisory board and stuff like that to see what the fans wanted on the kit.
Okay. Interesting. These are honestly the things that I love talking about with other clubs. Like, I know, well, or just even like the inside conversations, because this really isn't like a topic that you're gonna hear randomly on. I mean, obviously you will on Toffee Bluecast. So if you want to listen to Everton information, check them out. But in general football conversations or podcasts, I feel like are even YouTubers and stuff like that. I feel like
Everton fans hate this, by the way. If you want to know more insight, the steak. We're not even sponsored by Steak anymore. They're a gambling company that I think is going bust or something like that.
Yeah,
and we're not even sponsored by them anymore. And it couldn't be any bigger. It's a big sponsor.
It's a very big sponsor.
Yes. Yeah, and I think Everton fans say it ruins a lot of kits. They don't like it, so. I think they'll be happy when that sponsor's gone also, because it advertises gambling and it's just not a sponsor that we like.
So many of our guests, because there's either gambling. No, there's 55% of the clubs in the Premier League have a gambling company, and a lot of them, like you said, have gone bust or things like that. And I believe after. Next year, no crypto or gambling sponsorships are allowed, so that'll be a nice change. Okay, the third kit. Forgot about so many kits with these off-white kits, but it seems off-white. What is this? The collar and the piping on the collar and the sleeves. What is that like? Purple. Oh, it is purple and gold. I was gonna say, is that purple? There's no way it'd be purple and gold. What are your thoughts on that one?
Yeah. Do you know what? That one was a bit more retro. That one. That does go back a little bit more. The collar was nice. I've got flashbacks of Illiman and Jai scoring a goal in it, and I like the colour of the shorts with the white. It's a good click, that is. I'd say that was the best one out of the three. I did like that one a bit more. Still feel they could have nailed it with attention to detail on that kit. But definitely, if you used to ask me which kit did I prefer was playing in, that was the best kit. They'd be the pictures that I like watching our players celebrate.
Okay.
Because it did look nice. I think that one looked pretty fresh.
So if that's the best one, what grade would you give it then?
We're going to give it a B. I'm not going to give it a top. We're going to give it a B.
Hey, that's not bad. That's not bad at all. Okay, we'll keep it moving to the manager. Moyes saved you from Deitch ball. Goodness gracious, you poor things. Man. Good riddance. This is just from my eyes looking in. I'm not going to say he kept the same tactics, but the fact that you guys are already so like defensively strong and focused. All Moy has had to do really is just be like, hey, when you do attack, feel free to attack. Like play with some creativity, like try some things, run at players. Where I feel like under Deitch, like second you guys would like be on attack and you cross the halfway line, all of a sudden you're just like and didn't kind of know what to do, and you just hoof it at the goal, and then the team just felt more comfortable playing defensive and only focusing on the defense, like almost like not allowing the team to score, but obviously the team's going to score. And then from there, then you have to try to score. It wasn't fun because you could tell that the players weren't entirely enjoying themselves, because who wants to just be on the back foot the entire time? And I'm sure the fan base at the end of Deitch Ball, you guys weren't enjoying watching it. So I guess you can grade it however you want. I mean, we don't have to talk about Deitch. Well, you don't have to grade Deitch. I would like to hear about, the season overall, the transition, and you could just grade the new manager, David Moyes.
I think under Dyche, our bar had become so low that we didn't realise how bad Sean Dyche was, Our standard over the last couple of seasons when we've been in relegation battles with Lampard and Sean Dyche has been that low that we got to the point where we was thinking, are these players crap and is Sean Dyche doing okay with them? Are these players not actually capable of better, and is that why Sean Dyche is playing this football? Wow. That's what sort of mindset we was in. And Sean Dyche, he was playing everything down. I think it come up one time, Everton fans, when we had a finished mid-table with a point deduction, Everton fans said, let's go for Europa League next season. And every press conference, Sean Dyche said, you're having a laugh. He basically he mocked us that we said we would like Europa League. He wouldn't let us talk about even thinking about Europa League. Sean Dyche always set that bar of being a relegation team because it's not a big bar for him to set as a manager, and he's safe then. Do you get what I'm saying with that?
Yeah, no, I get it. Yeah,
he kept us in that little bubble of being crap, Sean Dyche did, in my opinion. And so we didn't think that we probably could be any better. And then it got so bad with Sean Dyche that it just felt like, that advert where the guy just smashes the football and volleys it and says, have it, and knocks it miles out the back garden. It felt like we was playing that sort of football, just smashing the ball up the top and hoping.
Yeah.
And I do believe that Sean Dyche, Garnegay lost the ball. The other team scored. Sean Dyche wouldn't let Garnegay stay on the ball any longer. And I think it happened with a lot of players where Sean Dyche just completely drilled the confidence out of all the players, basically. And then we didn't even try and pass the ball. The Sean Dyche football was so bad. We didn't even try and pass the ball. It was just long ball up to the striker and come back. Yeah. But luckily, he was really good at defending, as you said. And then all of a sudden, David Moyes come in. Sean Dyche said he can't do no more. I think he knew he was going to get sacked. Thank God. We didn't want him anymore. And David Moyes come in. And straight away, as soon as Moyes come in that first game, I know we lost it, but I can remember Mikalenko, left back, just bombing it forward. And we was all thinking, wow, he's got the reins taken off in. You know what I mean? And he just bombed it forward. And our fullbacks was bombing it forward. And we start, just by our fullbacks bombing it forward, we was attacking in different ways that we didn't even realise that we could. Sean Dyche wouldn't let these players do that. And then you also then had Garnegay sitting deep, being the PSG Garnegay, moving the ball about, pinging it about, being sensational. And we could pass the ball and we could bomb it forward. And it was a completely different team under David Moyes, very, very fast. And we was beating big teams. Like we beat Arsenal when they needed to win to try and win the league. We beat Newcastle when they needed to get top four. We beat Tottenham and Jai ripped them to pieces. I know Tottenham wasn't a big team last season, but we was winning a lot of games under David Moyes, and we went from a team that wasn't having a shot on target all game under Sean Dyche to a team that was actually winning games and having a lot of chances. So David Moyes, there was a reason we was calling him Moyes-Sire, because he was fantastic. The Moyes-Sire was his name towards the end of the season. So yeah, very Sean Dyche. I'm happy I'm away from that now, and I'm very happy with the Moyes-Sire.
All right. Well, what would you grade the Moyes-Sire?
I am going to give him. I always forget the mark, don't I? I should put that first. But yeah, I'm going to give him can't not give him an 8. You know the way he
It
finished
sounds
the
like
season.
it. The way that you're
Yeah.
talking about it, yeah, it sounds great.
If you look at the stats of what he got and what he pulled in, was like winning, was unbeaten in loads of games. You know, it was really good from going like a relegation team to being comfortably safe and talking about 10th would get us Europa League at the end of the season. That's good going, isn't it?
Yeah, I try to watch as
Finished
many
13th.
Premier League games that I can, and if Everton's on, they were one of the teams that I would watch. I never, because I'm not going to watch Liverpool. I'm not going to watch Arsenal. I'm not going to watch Man United. I don't necessarily care about Chelsea, like Tottenham. So like I'm watching all the other clubs. Like that's truly what I'm watching. So yeah, anytime any of the other clubs are playing, it was always good. Like unless they were playing any of those top, like I guess like Everton, Chelsea, I'd watch that. But Everton versus Arsenal, Everton versus Liverpool. I mean, I guess against the David Moyes version, I probably would. But yeah, if it was the Sean Dyche version playing those teams, yeah, no reason. I'm just gonna get annoyed because I don't want to watch Arsenal or Liverpool or United ever be happy. It's in me. Okay, the squad. Yeah, so the squad is, like you said, you were shocked by how quality the team could be. Mikolenko, the main reason why I'm super aware of him is when City had Zinchenko. And so like Zinchenko and yeah, they were buddies.
Ukraine,
and yep. And so I would see content with them together. I remember I actually got into it with some dude on Blue Sky because he was like shitting on Beto and being like, DCL needs to come in over Beto. And I was like, what games are you watching? I know I'm not an Everton fan, but Beto, when he's on the pitch, he's a monster. He's super difficult to deal with, especially when he starts running. It's almost impossible to get him off the ball. He just needs to be a little bit more efficient when he gets those shots because, like, I've seen so many just narrow misses or off the post and things like that. If he can clean that up, he legit could be real trouble for the Premier League next year. Like, so what are your thoughts on the squad? What grade would you give them? And then we can just kind of...
It's mad with Beto because Beto scored like 5 and 5 last season. I thought he was fantastic, Beto, but then some of the Everton fans still want him gone. Leeds have put a bid in for him, 25 million. Some Everton fans still wanted Beto gone, but I think Beto's fantastic. I do. He's just a bit clumsy sometimes, but he works hard and he really does. You can guarantee no centre-back will want to play against Beto because he's that guy that will run through brick walls to score a goal for your team.
Yes.
He's a monster. I call him Beto the Bull. I do. He's a beast. And I love him. I don't want to sell him. I want someone to come in and give him competition, but I don't want to sell him.
Yes.
And I hope Calvert-Lewin leaves. Another player that I just want to give a shout out because we're talking players here. The Jake O'Brien. He was someone that Sean Dyche didn't play at all. Irish guy. He's massive. He's like 6'6". He's another beast. And he played right back. David Moyes tried him right back, and he ended up playing right back all season. And he's actually a centre back, but we all know how good Braithwaite is. He's going to be the next John Stones. Jake O'Brien's good as well. He's that type of player as well. So we've got another good centre back. So we've got Braithwaite centre back and Jake O'Brien. So we've got a really good defence basically. Mikolenko, Tarkowski, Braithwaite, Jake O'Brien, and obviously we've got backup. Garner Gay was sensational. Garner Gay was one of the best centre midfielders, and I think he got most tackles in the whole of football, not just the Premier League last season. Most tackles in football, Garner Gay did, and it goes under the radar because he plays for Everton. But he was even better than Caicedo. He was literally Garner Gay. He's turning the ball over, winning the ball, and he's not young either. He's 35.
Yeah.
We just offered him another contract. And he won all the awards this season, did Garner Gay, who's fantastic. Absolutely unbelievable. And then the other player I do want to talk about is Skilliman Njai. Skilliman Njai, the Senegalese master, he's a baller. You know, you street footballers that do kick-ups and balance the ball on your head.
Yeah.
Iliman Ndiaye does that on the pitch. He's a bit like your Shirky. You know what I mean? He's a very skillful player, Iliman Ndiaye, so he's good as well. So we have some players to be excited about. And I'm going to give us, on players...
Ooh.
It's hard on players, isn't it? Because you're still going to have a few crap players, ain't you?
it bees like that. Like, yeah, when I'm doing...
Can't give it an A.
Yeah.
B. I'll give it B.
Honestly, I'm
watching your show on this. What your players got last season as well. I want to see that one.
I know. I'm giving them a B-.
Yeah, I can't wait to watch that one.
Yeah, I'm not thrilled about her roster.
I can't wait to watch that one.
Yeah, I have no problem being like, what's going on? Yeah. All right, well, supporters, I mean, you stuck in when things were dark. And in fact, you said it. You weren't even aware of how dark it was there, which to me in itself, that's strength of fandom and just loving your club. And you're just like, hey, like it is what it is. So like, I don't know. I'm already it sounds like to me that the supporters should get a high score, but maybe secretly behind the scenes, they've been kind of rude and mischievous in the background, but I guess I don't know. So that's what I'm here to ask you.
You get your rival clubs. People always try and put Everton in a bad light. The fans, they try and twist stuff like Anthony Gordon left Everton because Everton fans surrounded him in the car park. It was nothing like that. It was just I think Gordon deliberately went through that, the Everton players, to make it look bad to get the move. There's always more behind the story. Do you know what I mean? And Everton fans, we've been fantastic. If you blue flares all for the last season, some blue flares outside the stadium,
and swapping out a bunch for the Liverpool game. I saw that too.
Even when the Copites did the parade, we swapped the flares to be blue flares instead of red, so there was going on. That's proper fans, mate. That is proper. That's how you do things. So yeah. But I'll put this. This is just not on last season, but I'll put what we've been through just very quick. Everton Football Club, right? We had the first big battle that we had was against Crystal Palace. We was losing 2-0. We ended up winning 3-2. We stayed up. Pitch invasion. That was under Lampard. Then we had the relegation battle after that under Sean Dyche, where if Decore didn't score, Leicester stayed up and we got relegated. And I don't think the new stadium would have happened and we would have gone into administration. But Decore scored that one goal to keep us in the Premier League against Bournemouth. The season after that, this is what us fans have been through. The season after that, Everton fans, we got a 10-point deduction when you only supposed to get 8 points for administration. Then we got another deduction. So the Premier League completely tried to make a mockery of Everton just to make them look like the big boys. And then after that one season where they gave us all these point deductions and we still stayed up, us fans striked at the Premier League and everything, we went through all that. We could have got relegated because we didn't know how many point deductions they give us. So we went through all that and we still got through that. And then this last season now we've comfortably finished mid-table and we've got the stadium done. And it's called the Dickinson Stadium now at Bramley-Moore Dock. It's the light at the end of the tunnel. Things are going to be good now, Crunk, but we've been through the wars. And us fans are going to get an A-star, mate. An A-star. I'm telling you. We've been through the wars, mate. We've carried our football club.
Oh, my gosh. Yeah, no, that was a telenovela story right there. And the stadium by the river, that's so cool. Like, honestly,
and one more thing. The stadium, when we was going through all that, the stadium, Moshiri was going to let 777 Partners own Everton Football Club, and the moment it didn't go through, 777 Partners went bust. So we could have, if that would have gone through, we would have been owned by a company that went bust straight away, but luckily they didn't get it. And then the Freaking Group got us, which is a very good owner. So yes, a bit more for you there.
Wow.
Very lucky.
Insane. And then even another tangent with the year points relegation, everybody, they kind of use that as like a gauge where they're like, well, if they got all those points deducted for what they did and that wasn't that serious, can you imagine what's going to happen with 115 charges? And I always laugh. And
how can you give Everton all these point deductions? And now we're seeing in the news that Man United have got something abroad and something in the Premier League, that they've got a PSR in one place, and then Chelsea are allowed to put loads of money in hotels. And no disrespect to Man City, they said that you had 115 charges, which nothing ever happened. So how can none of that have got addressed, but Everton got punished?
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what I mean? It just seems that the Premier League attacked Everton and thought, you know what? If we do carry on with this, we'll have to go at Man City, we'll have to go at Chelsea, and we'll have to go at Man U. And then they realised that it just wouldn't be able to happen. It would just kill football totally. So we just got a big punishment for no reason. It feels like everything's been dropped now, yeah? It's very weird.
I mean, we've all of those powers, the UEFA, FIFA, all those people, we've gone at them, we've fought them. Well, I guess not FIFA, but UEFA, the FA, CAS. Yeah, it's all bullshit. With
us, it's FFP is that your football club's not turning over enough money, right? We was trying to build a new stadium so our football club could turn over more money. We worked with the Premier League to do that. We was doing the right thing. We thought the Premier League would support us because we was doing the right thing. But then the Premier League started putting all of our building stadium finances into FFP when they didn't do that with West Ham to try and do us with FFP. That's what they did, Crunk. It was mad. Honestly, just crazy.
Well,
we got through it because we're warriors. We got
You're
through
fucking warriors. Let's go.
Yes, mate. It's all, yes. We're dogs of war. You know what I mean? We're dogs of war. We are.
Yeah, I mean, you're a different shade of blue. As long as the only red teams that I enjoy, I guess, are Brentford and Nottingham Forest now. Yes, and technically they're white. They're just with their logos red, but yeah, I don't know. But yeah, they might be done. Honestly, I'm not. I don't really think I'm going to see much more of Nottingham Forest after this season. Okay, final subject category is the front office. How has the club been supported by the top executives, and what grade would you give them?
But they had for last season. This is last season, so last season we had nobody. We even put the owner on the board last season. Mashiri put the owner on the board because they sacked everyone on the board, but they're all gone now. So I would grade them as low as I would grade them a U.
They give them
graded, yeah, because we to put the owner on your board last season and stuff like that.
That's a fire for everybody. Wow.
I generally would grade it a U. The only good thing was probably our sporting director Farewell bringing in okay players, but like I say, the way we ran, I mean, Everton now with the new owners have just brought in. Everton have confirmed the appointment of Nick Cox, technical director, James Smith, scouting recruitment, Nick Hammond, player trading, and we've brought in Chris. Somebody for strategy and analysis. We never had none of them at the football club last season. So the freaking group of big business boys, mate, they've come in and they're getting everybody in place to make us a successful business. So when you look at that's just happened now and we had none of that, I can't not grade as a U for last season, can I, for running football?
Yeah, no, that's fair. And Everton, obviously, despite the contemporary history, the modern history with them, like they are a storied club. They've been around for such a long time, and they're sharing the same space like Liverpool, as massive as they are, and all the money and the interest. And Everton, they start doing some things, they can make some noise. Anything can happen. And
we gave Liverpool. Do you know Liverpool Stadium? That was our old stadium. You know. That was Everton's old stadium, Liverpool Stadium. We gave them that stadium. Then we had Goodison Park instead. Now we've got Bramley-Moore Dock. So technically, all three stadiums in Liverpool are Everton's.
Love it. Oh, I love it. Oh, man. Well, wonderful conversation. I really do appreciate you joining me, coming on to talk. Please let our viewers, listeners know where and how they can find you and the things that you do.
Toffee Bluecast. Just type it in straight away. Google. It will come up. YouTube and Google or whatever you put it on YouTube. I think.
Look us up.
We just started up Facebook as well now. We're going big this season. We're going big, so we go live to Facebook as well. So we go live to X, YouTube, and Facebook, and Toffee Bluecast on YouTube's our main platform. But yeah, look us up. It's a good channel.
Let's go. All right, everybody. Really do appreciate you. Nice hanging out. Good seeing you. Until next time, you know the vibes. Shady gang, shady gang, shady gang.